Count 69, Mr. Bennett, violation of the Street Gang Act. Your sentence is 20 years to serve 10 years with the balance on probation.
It's over for Lucci, y'all. He's been accused of unthinkable crimes. The whole thing, you name it. Murder, gang violence, and a trail of bloodshed. And his reaction is so wild, even his fans couldn't believe it. Everyone is distracted with all the other big news out there right now. But trust me, this is the story you need to hear. The verdict.
Is it your decision to waive these rights and enter a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty?
Yeah.
In the heart of Atlanta, a courtroom drama unfolds as rapper YFN Lucci, born Rayshawn Bennett, faces the music in a legal battle that has gripped the nation. With charges that could have sent him away for life, the stakes couldn't be higher. As the judge delivers the verdict, the air is thick with tension. It all started on a December night in 2020, when the streets of Atlanta became the backdrop for a crime that would later entangle YFN Lucci, a rapper known for his Southern-style beats and lyrical prowess. The incident in question, a fatal shooting, claimed the life of 28-year-old James Adams, a tragedy that sent shockwaves through the community. YFN Lucci is wanted by the police. The charges are severe: murder, aggravated assault, and participating in criminal street gang activity. The rapper turns himself in, and the wheels of justice begin to turn. As the case progresses, the indictment grows to a staggering 105 counts, implicating Lucci and a dozen others, painting a picture of a tangled web of gang affiliations and violence. The gravity of the situation is palpable. If convicted, Lucci faces a life sentence without parole, the most severe penalty on the table. The evidence, surveillance footage, witness testimonies, and a narrative that places Lucci at the scene, driving the vehicle from which the fatal shots were fired. His role as the driver becomes the crux of the prosecution's case, a linchpin that could seal his fate. As the trial date looms, the defense and prosecution engage in a high-stakes game of legal chess. Plea deals are discussed, strategies are devised, and the public watches with bated breath. The courtroom is a battleground, and as YFN Lucci's trial commences, it's clear that every move could tip the scales of justice. The prosecution is armed with a hefty indictment, but the defense is not without its own arsenal. The strategy? To dismantle the narrative that Lucci was a willing participant in the violence, to cast doubt on the certainty of the evidence presented. The defense zeroes in on the surveillance footage, calling into question the clarity of what transpired that fateful night. They argue the impossibility of definitively pinpointing who initiated the shooting, suggesting that the other individuals involved, now facing their own legal troubles, could have been the aggressors. The defense paints Lucci as a successful artist, a provider for his family, and someone with no prior criminal record, a stark contrast to the image of a gang affiliate portrayed by the prosecution. Meanwhile, the prosecution stands firm, detailing Lucci's alleged involvement with the Bloods, a notorious street gang, and his presence in the vehicle from which the deadly shots rang out. They present a narrative of gang rivalry, retaliation, and a disregard for human life, with Lucci as a key figure in the chaos. Behind the scenes, negotiations are in full swing. The defense and prosecution go back and forth, with the looming threat of a life sentence hanging over the discussions. In a turn of events, a plea deal emerges, a chance for Lucci to avoid the harshest outcome. The deal would drop most of the charges, leaving a single count of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act. It's a lifeline, but it comes with its own set of conditions and consequences. The plea deal is a calculated risk, a trade-off between the uncertainty of a jury's verdict and the guarantee of a more lenient sentence. It's a decision that carries the weight of Lucci's future, his career, and his freedom. Lucci took the plea deal and pleaded guilty to one count of violating the Street Gang Terrorism and Prevention Act.
How do you plead to count 69 in indictment 23 SC 188921?
Yes.
The sentence, 20 years with 10 to be served in custody and the remainder on probation. It's a bittersweet moment, a heavy sentence, but far from the life without parole that loomed over the proceedings.
Count 69, Mr. Bennett, violation of the Street Gang Act. Your sentence is 20 years to serve 10 years with the balance on probation.
YFN Lucci's reaction was a mix of many emotions. Relief, undoubtedly, at avoiding the harshest penalties. But there's also the weight of accountability, the gravity of a decade behind bars, and the stark reality of the consequences of his actions. He addresses the court, his voice steady but laden with remorse. He apologizes to the family of James Adams, to his own loved ones, and to the court for the role he played in the tragic events.
First off, I want to say my heart goes out to my friend James Adams and his family. Also, I want to apologize to my family and my friends for coming through this stressful process. and I would also like to apologize to the court.
The plea deal's implications for Lucci's future are significant. While the 10-year sentence is a substantial period of incarceration, the credit for time served and the possibility of parole offer a glimmer of hope. The state agrees to pen a letter to the Board of Pardons and Paroles, indicating no objection to Lucci's release at the first eligibility or after serving 1/3 of his sentence, provided he complies with all conditions. The terms of his sentence are stringent: no gang activity, no contact with known gang members or co-defendants, no firearms, and a mandate to maintain gainful employment. These conditions are non-negotiable, and any violation could see Lucci's probation revoked, potentially leading to further incarceration.
No guns or replica guns. No gang affiliation or conduct associated with gangs on social media. You must be gainfully employed and no further violations of the law. Do you understand that those are the statutory conditions of your?
Yes.
As the gavel falls, the chapter of the trial closes, but the story of YFN Lucci's journey through the justice system is far from over. The road to redemption is long, and the path to parole is fraught with challenges. The rapper's career, his freedom, and his life as he knows it have been irrevocably altered. The next steps he takes will be under the watchful eye of the law, and the world will be watching to see if he can navigate this new reality and emerge with a second chance. This case serves as a stark reminder of the thin line between art and reality, and the potential consequences when the two collide. It's a narrative that has echoed through the halls of the music industry, prompting discussions about the portrayal of gang culture in hip-hop and its real-world ramifications. YFN Lucci's story is more than a legal battle. It's a cautionary tale that resonates with artists, fans, and communities alike. It underscores the importance of choices and the indelible impact they can have on lives and legacies. As Lucci faces his years of incarceration, the music industry watches and learns, and the legal system continues to grapple with the complexities of justice in a world where fame and street credibility are often intertwined. In the end, YFN Lucci's case is a sobering reminder that behind the glamour of the spotlight, the consequences of one's actions remain very real and very serious. It's a lesson for all, and a story that will not soon be forgotten. The case against YFN Lucci.
My next question is, you and Thug.
I don't know him. Never heard of him.
YFN. Lucci rose from the streets of Atlanta's Zone 3 to become a beacon of success in the rap industry. His journey to stardom began not with a thirst for the spotlight, but from the gritty reality of street life, where loyalty and reputation are the currencies of survival. Lucci's older brother, K, saw potential in his younger sibling and urged him to channel his experiences into music. This nudge steered Lucci away from the perilous path of street hustling to a different kind of hustle in the recording studio. With a voice that carried the weight of his upbringing, Lucci's narrative resonated with listeners. His breakout hit, Key to the Streets, became an anthem in 2016, catapulting him into the limelight and earning him a coveted spot in the rap hierarchy. But as his star ascended, so did the attention from his past affiliations. Lucci was no stranger to the Bloods, a notorious gang with roots intertwined with his own. His ties to the Atlanta Blood Gang, or ABG, were not just a matter of public record, but also a part of his identity that he never fully left behind, even as his music career flourished. As Lucci's fame grew, so did his circle, attracting figures from various factions, including the Miami Boys, a group with their own storied history in the annals of gang lore. This connection would prove to be more than just a footnote in Lucci's career. It would be the catalyst for a series of events that would see his life take a dramatic and dark turn. December 10th, 2020 marked a chilling chapter in the life of YFN Lucci and his associates, as the streets of Atlanta became the backdrop for a haunting tale of violence. On this day, Lucci, along with his close associate, James Adams, and members of the Miami Boys, including CP3 and Lizm Liddy, embarked on a dangerous mission into enemy territory. The tension was palpable, the air thick with the anticipation of conflict as they cruised the streets, seeking out their rivals. The night took a tragic turn when the group spotted their targets. In a moment that would forever alter their fates, CP3 and Adams leaned out of their vehicle, firearms in hand, and unleashed a barrage of bullets. The sound of gunfire ripped through the night, shattering any illusion of peace. The crew's actions were a bold statement, one that would not go unanswered. Return fire erupted from the shadows, a deadly response to the crew's aggression. In the ensuing exchange, Kevin Wright was struck, the pain of his injury a stark reminder of the night's reality. But it was James Adams who would bear the brunt of the night's violence. A bullet meant for retaliation found its mark, striking him in the head with lethal precision. Lucci, who was behind the wheel, made a split-second decision to flee the scene, leaving behind a trail of destruction and a friend fighting for his life. In a moment that would be scrutinized and replayed in the public consciousness, Adams was manually ejected from the vehicle, his body left on the street as Lucci's car sped away. away. The cold asphalt of an Atlanta street became Adams' final resting place as he was left to succumb to his injuries. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, the once vibrant streets of Southwest Atlanta were transformed into a somber crime scene. The echo of gunshots had faded, leaving behind a chilling silence punctuated by the flashing lights of police vehicles and the murmur of onlookers. The body of James Adams lay on the cold pavement of People Street, a stark reminder of the night's brutal events. The police investigation quickly gained momentum, with the authorities piecing together the events that led to the fatal shooting. Security footage, witness testimonies, and the haunting social media posts from earlier in the day all painted a picture of a night gone wrong. The news of the shooting and YFN Lucci's alleged involvement spread rapidly, sending ripples through the rap community and beyond. Fans of the rapper struggled to reconcile the artist they admired with the serious allegations he now faced. The public's reaction was a complex mix of disbelief, anger, and sadness. YFN Lucci's reputation, built on tales of street life and survival, was now under intense scrutiny. The rapper, who had often used his platform to speak on the realities of his upbringing, found himself at the center of a real-life narrative that mirrored his lyrics. The irony was not lost on the public, who debated the responsibility of artists in glorifying a lifestyle that could lead to such tragic outcomes. As the investigation continued, the Atlanta Police Department issued a felony murder warrant for the arrest of YFN Lucci and his cohort. The charges were severe and multifaceted, including felony murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activity, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. The evidence was damning, with rumors circulating that the entire incident had been recorded on Adams' cell phone, providing the authorities with a macabre play-by-play of the night's events. The gravity of the situation was undeniable, and the implications for YFN Lucci's career and freedom were dire. The rapper eventually turned himself in, and the legal process began to unfold. YFN Lucci's attorney, Drew Findling, was quick to defend his client, stating to TMZ that there was no basis for the criminal charges against Rayshawn Bennett. The legal team promised a vigorous defense, even as the prosecution prepared a case that could potentially put the rapper behind bars for a significant period. The case against YFN Lucci and his associates reverberated through the Atlanta community, casting a long shadow over the city's vibrant music scene. The legal outcomes for Lucci, CP3, and Liddy were not merely personal tragedies, but also a stark reminder of the broader implications of gang violence and its grip on the city. Atlanta, a hub of culture and creativity, found itself grappling with the harsh realities of a world where the lines between artistry and the streets are blurred. The legal ramifications for Lucci and his associates were severe. With CP3 facing 25 years and Liddy 15, the weight of their actions bore heavily upon them. Lucci's 10-year sentence, followed by a decade of probation, was a sobering outcome for the rapper, whose career had once been on an upward trajectory. The plea deals, while offering a semblance of leniency, underscored the gravity of their offenses and the uncompromising stance of the justice system. The feud with YSL, Young Thug's collective, added another layer of complexity to the narrative. The rivalry, which had simmered for years, was more than just a series of diss tracks and social media spats. It was indicative of a deeper, more insidious conflict that had claimed lives and threatened the safety of the community. The attempted shanking of Lucci in prison, allegedly orchestrated by YSL affiliates, was a chilling reminder that the animosity was far from over. The ongoing legal battles, including Young Thug's own RICO case, painted a grim picture of the cycle of retribution and violence that had ensnared some of Atlanta's most prominent figures. The city, which had long celebrated its status as a cradle of hip-hop innovation, was now forced to confront the darker elements that had infiltrated the genre. As the community reckoned with the fallout, the story of YFN Lucci became a cautionary tale about the consequences of unchecked aggression and the importance of breaking free from the shackles of gang affiliation. It was a wake-up call for Atlanta and for the music industry at large, highlighting the urgent need for change and the protection of the city's artistic legacy. A journey cut short, YFN Lucci's rise and fall.
When I realized I wanted to really be a rapper, I was like 17. I was with Johnny Cinco, that was my homeboy. We linked. He was like, bro, we gotta be rapping, bro. You too hard.
Atlanta, Georgia is famous for being the birthplace of many hip-hop legends like Gucci Mane and 21 Savage. Rayshawn Lamar Bennett, known to the world as YFN Lucci, began his life's journey just like many successful rappers before him. Born on February 16, 1991, Lucci's childhood was steeped in the rich musical traditions of the South, where the echoes of pioneering artists like T.I. and Jeezy served as the soundtrack to his formative years. As a young boy, Lucci's world was filled with pulsating beats and gritty lyrics that painted a vivid picture of Atlanta's vibrant culture. Here, in the cradle of Southern hip-hop, Lucci discovered his innate musical talent. At the age of 16, a pivotal age for many, Lucci found his calling. The encouragement from local rapper Johnny Cinco was the catalyst he needed to take his raw ability and shape it into something tangible. Cinco saw potential in the young Lucci, a spark that, if nurtured, could burn brightly in the music industry. Lucci's older brother, known as YFN was also immersed in the rap game, providing a familial link and an additional source of inspiration for Lucci's burgeoning career. Together, they navigated the complex and often unforgiving landscape of Atlanta's music scene, each carving their own path while supporting one another's ambitions. The year 2014 marked a turning point for Lucci. His relentless dedication to his craft caught the attention of Think It's a Game Entertainment, a label that had already begun to make waves in the industry. Recognizing the raw talent and unique sound that Lucci brought to the table, the label signed him, setting the stage for his debut mixtape, Wish Me Well. Released in December of that year, the mixtape was a bold declaration of Lucci's arrival on the hip-hop scene. It showcased not only his lyrical skills, but also his ability to weave his life experiences into his music, connecting with listeners on a personal level. The momentum continued to build, and by February 2016, Lucci dropped Wish Me Well 2, a sequel that would propel him into the national spotlight. The mixtape was a commercial success, peaking at number 183 on the US Billboard 200 chart, but it was the single Key to the Streets, featuring Migos and Trouble, that became a breakout hit. The track's infectious hook and street-smart verses resonated with audiences, earning it a spot at number 70 on the Billboard Hot 100. The success of Key to the Streets was further amplified by a star-studded remix featuring heavyweights like 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, and Quavo. The song's inclusion in XXL Magazine's 50 Best Hip-Hop Songs of 2016 and Vibe Magazine's The 60 Best Songs of 2016 lists affirmed its impact on the hip-hop landscape. Lucci's ability to collaborate with established artists while maintaining his unique voice was a testament to his versatility and growing influence. As Lucci's star rose, so did his visibility. In September 2016, he graced the cover of Rolling Out Magazine's Hidden Hip-Hop Gems of Summer 16 issue alongside other emerging talents like 21 Savage and Cap G. This recognition was a clear sign that Lucci was no longer just an Atlanta phenomenon. He was becoming a national force in hip-hop. The following month, Lucci's collaboration with Meek Mill on the track You Know showcased his ability to hold his own with established artists. The song's success on the bubbling under Hot 100 singles chart and its inclusion on Meek Mill's DC4 mixtape further solidified Lucci's position in the industry. By the end of 2016, Billboard magazine had taken notice, naming Lucci among its 10 hip-hop and R&B artists to watch in 2017. Lucci's early life and initial breakthrough in the music industry were characterized by a relentless pursuit of his passion, a deep connection to his roots, and an unwavering belief in his ability to leave a mark on the world of hip-hop. The year 2017 unfurled a new chapter in YFN Lucci's burgeoning career, one that would see him ascend to new heights and solidify his place in the pantheon of modern hip-hop artists. April of that year marked the release of Long Live Nut, an extended play that was both a tribute and a milestone. Named in honor of his late mentor and friend, Nut, the EP was a poignant reflection of Lucci's journey and the impact of those who had shaped his path. Long Live Nut debuted at number 27 on the Billboard 200, a significant leap from his previous mixtape's position. The EP was a showcase of Lucci's growth as an artist, featuring collaborations with industry heavyweights such as Rick Ross, Dreezy, and Boozy Badass. Each track was a narrative, weaving tales of struggle, success, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. The lead single from the EP, Every Day We Lit, featuring PNB Rock, became an anthem of celebration, a testament to the victories hard-won in the face of adversity. The single's infectious energy and optimistic message resonated with fans, propelling it to number 33 on the Billboard Hot 100. Every Day We Lit wasn't just a song, it was a statement, a declaration that despite the odds, Lucci's light wouldn't be dimmed. As Lucci's EP garnered acclaim and his fan base swelled, anticipation for his debut studio album reached a fever pitch. On March 9, 2018, Ray Ray from Summerhill was unveiled to the world. The album was a culmination of Lucci's life experiences, a rich tapestry of narratives that painted a vivid portrait of his ascent from the streets of Atlanta to the upper echelons of the music industry. Ray Ray from Summerhill was a commercial triumph, peaking at number 14 on the Billboard 200. The album was a testament to Lucci's versatility, featuring a plethora of guest appearances from artists such as Meek Mill, T.I., and Whale. Each collaboration offered a different hue to the album's palette, but it was Lucci's authentic storytelling and melodic hooks that tied the project together. The album's success was a reflection of Lucci's relentless work ethic and his commitment to his craft. He had not only managed to capture the essence of his journey in his music, but also to resonate with a broad audience that found solace and inspiration in his words. As Lucci's career trajectory continued its upward climb, his personal life also became a focal point of public interest. His on-again, off-again on-screen relationship with Regina Carter, daughter of rap icon Lil Wayne, was the subject of much media attention. The complexities of his personal life, intertwined with his role as a father to 4 children, added depth to his music, infusing it with raw and unfiltered honesty. YFN Lucci's continued success was not just a product of his talent, but also of his ability to connect with his audience on a deeply personal level. His music was a reflection of his life, a blend of triumphs and challenges that resonated with those who listened. As the sun set on the horizon of YFN Lucci's career, casting long shadows upon his achievements, the rapper found himself embroiled in a series of personal challenges and legal issues that threatened to eclipse his hard-earned success. The man who had risen to fame for his melodic anthems and street-savvy lyricism was now facing a starkly different kind of spotlight, one that shone on the darker aspects of his life and career. A shooting in December 2020 that resulted in the tragic death of a 28-year-old man and left another wounded. The impact of these legal issues on Lucci's career and public image was immediate and profound. The rapper, once celebrated for his contributions to the hip-hop genre, was now mired in controversy. The media coverage was relentless, and the court of public opinion was divided. For some, Lucci's music was now overshadowed by his alleged actions. For others, his art remained separate from his personal life. Amidst this turmoil, Lucci's music continued to resonate with his fans, many of whom rallied around him, offering support and calling for his exoneration. However, the legal battles took their toll on Lucci's ability to create and perform, putting his career on an indefinite hiatus and leaving a void in the lives of those who had found solace in his music. On January 23, 2024, Lucci reached a plea agreement, pleading guilty in the RICO case. The saga of YFN Lucci is a gripping narrative of meteoric rise and profound challenges. From the vibrant streets of Atlanta to the pinnacle of the Billboard charts, Lucci's musical journey has been marked by stirring anthems and a voice that captured the essence of a generation. His rise to fame was punctuated by the success of Wish Me Well 2, the acclaim of Long Live Nut, and the chart-topping triumph of Every Day We Live. Yet his path was not without its shadows, as personal and legal challenges cast a pall over his luminous career. Through it all, Lucci's story remains a testament to the duality of life in the spotlight, a tale of talent, tenacity, and the trials that test the human spirit. Did you enjoy this video? Click on any of the cards showing on your screen right now for similar content.